And just so you know, the first thing anytime you're working on a unit, you want to disconnect your power. Make sure you're safe. So we're just going to open up the head here and give this a cleaning, whether that means taking the wheel out and being able to clean it outside, or we may have to do it in place. All the different dust and debris, and if you can get up in there if you get a light on it. So it's good to once in a while take them apart and give them a nice cleaning. Every home is going to be a little different, but typically every 2-3 years, you can do a light cleaning yearly to help prevent. Preventative maintenance is always going to go a little further, actually save you money in the long run. But a lot of times, it's one of these things are one of those things that are out of sight, out of mind. You don't think about it until it gets recommended, hey, we should probably get this cleaned out for you. So that's why we want to get that blower wheel. And that's why if we have to do it in place here, they make those bags that go around, because there's a lot of debris that can rinse out of this guy. And then the next thing we do is use your meter, check for power. Verify we don't have any power in here. I'm not going to shock myself. So we're looking at the evaporator coil here. And a lot of it too is things can get pulled down into the spacings of the fins here. So there can be a lot more that you don't see. Heat pumps are just now starting to get more and more prevalent in the northern states, because they are starting to get more able to maintain their heating properties at lower temperatures. These heat pumps, the nice thing about them is that it can do your heating and your cooling. This is a part of a mini split system. We have the condenser outside, you have your evaporator in here, similar to just your standard AC system, but there's a reversing valve in there. It can reverse the refrigerant flow. So instead of us expelling the hot air outside, we can bring that inside in the wintertime, so you get heat out of it. So it's a supplemental heat source. They do make these that are cooling only, but yeah, a lot of the ones that we install them as it's an alternative we can use in people that have homes that are just built with boilers, no ductwork, things like that. You can retrofit, give them an extra little bit of heat in that area, plus introduce AC into the home. A nice thing about this stuff here too is that it's got a nice pleasant scent. So after you give the coil a cleaning, it leaves the nice fresh scent in the air. So there's your shot. So there's your good before and after. The condensate pump draining out the wall now. So moving all that was collected in the tray is from cleaning the coil, which is probably going to stay dirty for a little while, even after we run it. Just as the cleaner sits on that coil and helps remove all the rest of that dirt. Once it starts condensating, it's going to continue to clean.